Hello everyone, we're going to start the human eye and the colorful world. First we'll try to understand what is human eye and how it is its function and working. Everything we'll try to understand. Yeah, just hold on 1 second children. Human eye, yeah. So this is a chapter 11 in the class 10th is also there, and also this is a human eye and its function is also there in 8th CBSE. It will be helpful for both the classes trying to understand this human eye and the colorful world in the coming PPT. Yes, children, in the last class we understand how the lens will going to work, what is the uses of lenses and how the lens will going to work. See, that lens is made up of glass actually, right? This lens is made up of glass, and how it will going to work at its converging or diverging image will going to form on the lens. Like if your rays will going to pass on the convex mirror lenses, what happened, it going to converge at point and their image will going to get the object, what is there, that object image will going to get on the lens, okay, opposite side of the lens, like that. And this is actually made up of glass, okay, glass lens. Now in the human eye also we have the image of all object will get on our brain, right? By seeing that we're going to capture, like our is nothing but some small camera, it will act like a small camera. So whatever the seeing things, whatever there, that will going to capture on your brain. So that means that camera having a lens, right? That kind of lens also even human beings also have, okay, that lens, how it will work, everything we're going to study now. See, the human eye, it is not a simple, but without eye we cannot able to enjoy the world and we cannot see our colorful world, right? So human eye is one of the most valuable, okay, and sensitive organs. We have, you know that we have 5 sensitive organs. In that the eye will be the one of in them. In that, to see the object, what is required, children? Definitely the to see any object you require first light, and the light falls on that object, it will reflect back. It is reflect back means we need to detect that. To detect that, what it require, definitely you require the eye. So that eye is the most important thing. So we need to see the things. Suppose imagine you don't have eye, so you cannot able to walk or run, whatever we need to do the things, definitely you require the eyes. This is the most sensitive organs in our human body. It enables us to see the wonderful world and the colorful worlds around us. Clear, children? What is the use of human eye? There is no need of explanation. You know very well. You can see here iris. Okay, this is the outside is iris. This is a layer, and inside complete dark circle. What's that is a pupil. This is the iris, just controlling the size of the pupil. This is the iris is there, and again the sclerite is like a fluid what is present, and this is what is the outer part that is not required for us. Okay, try to understand where is the iris up to this part iris, and inside very darker surface what is also, that is the pupil. Clear, children? Yeah. Yeah, you can observe some of the colorful way of the human eye. Here you try to understand because they given in different colors. You'll try to understand here. See, eye, the outside is a cornea. So outside membrane, what is in up to here to here, that is a cornea. Any extra light will come, it will going to restrict there, and will send only required light. And the again in after aqueous humor will be there in this area. Okay, aqueous humor, any dust particle there, it is going to filter there. And again, cornea, there is a iris. Okay, these are the iris is there. Okay, this side and this side you can observe the iris. It will allow the light to falls on the pupil. Okay, this is what the pupil, dark region is in, that is pupil, and outside what is there, that is what iris. Okay, iris, and inside pupil is there. And after that you will get ciliary muscles. Okay, this they are going to control the iris. Okay, control the pupil size. This is a ciliary muscle, they are going to extend or contract, and you can see after this pupil only the lens is there. So that means pupil along the through the pupil only light need to fall on the retina. It is like a window to the lens. Okay, this is what the lens. And after that some organs are there, that is not required for you. And the next one is the retina. You can see that here retina. The retina is like a photograph frame. Whatever the light will coming from the lens, it will try to converge. Okay, they try to converge. All the rays try to converge on the retina. Okay, I'll just draw like this. They'll try to converge on retina. And once they fall on the retina, what happens? Retina is connected. You can observe some signals on the here is some optical nerves. No, they need to carry the signals to the brain. Okay, one type of the signal they carry the brain, and one will going to convert electrical signal to optical nerve signals to electrical signals. Okay, and here somewhere you will get the blind spot. I think in your CBSE book is there. The blind spot is the spot where you are not able to see the retina. It is present on the some surface of the retina. There you cannot get any type of the image. That is what we call blind spot. When you try to see some movies and all, sometimes you continuously shake your head and see, cannot able to see. That is because of it will focus on blind spot. And optical decision are not required so much. And optical nerves helps. What this nerves will help? Nerves will help us to take the signals to the brain. And here and again in case of rods and cones we can observe the cones and rods also present. I'll explain this later. Function of cones and rods is to see that colorful light in case of daytime, and in case of night time you are going to see the dark and white light. That is because of rods. So you can take the boards. Okay, night boards, they'll have the more rods compared to the cones. We have more cones so that we can see daytime more compared to the night time. Okay, clear? This is the help of rods and cones. Some cells, they will be function like that. Yeah. See children, here important function of eye parts. What are the different important functions of the eye part? We'll try to understand. Here, given the eyeball is approximately the spherical in shape, having a diameter of about 2.3. You know, no? Spherical means what? It is like your football like that. That diameter means from here to here. It is a size of 2.3 centimeter. I think your meter scale, no? How much meter scale having a length? You know, right, children? The scale having a 15 centimeter length. Just try to imagine 2 centimeters and somewhere it will come. Okay. So 2 centimeter, unless you take your finger 2 centimeter, 1 inch, 2 inch, approximately this much of inch, 2 inches like that it will come. Okay, 2.3 inches, that much of eyeball is it. From seeing front, we can only see only this part we can see. But every this part whole behind the your eye, it will be present in depth. Okay. Next, this size try to remember, it is 2.3 centimeter. The front part of the eye is called as a cornea. I already explained with the figure. Cornea which will be present at the front face, and it is a building outside, is bulged outwards. Okay, you can see in the eye it will be bulged outside. For olden people it will be almost slant. Okay, that is where eye defects will come. It will be bulged outwards, and the light coming from the object enters the eye through the cornea. First, whatever the light will come, no, the eyelids will be obstructing remaining light. Whatever the light coming through the cornea, that is going to allow inside. First light will fall somewhere on cornea only. Remember, this is the first part. Or cornea, which will be allow light. It will be world white color surface is there in our eye. It will be bulged outside. And the structure of iris behind the cornea, which is a dark muscular diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil. That is what we call iris. Remember, the use of iris is there, no? That is to control the size of the pupil. I told you like this, and this here is a gap. That gap what we call as a pupil. This it will just close and allows. That means how much light it will want. It will allow less light or more light. It will going to decide, and it will going to extend and contract. It will going to contract, and it will going to extend based upon the which object or which from which distance we need to see the object. That is what done by iris. Okay, iris and the size of the pupil it will going to allow. Clear children, the function of cornea and the iris. This is, yeah, you can see next one. The pupil is a hole made in the middle of the iris. Okay, you just see iris, no? You can see from front face the round color structure in your eye. Suppose your eye is like this. In that the front face the round color dark, lightlish dark. It is a small hole made in the iris. This is a complete dark thing what you will observe your eye. No, this is what the pupil, and this is what the iris, and this is a cornea what you will observe from the outside. Clear children, this is from what you from this is the front face actually what you will observe. Here what is a gap? Iris is act like a window, and the gap it is act like a pupil. That is what allow the light to fall. Pupil appears black because no light is reflecting from it. Okay, why it will appears black? Because no light is reflecting outside. When the light is reflecting from outside, okay, it falls on object, it will reflect back, then only we're going to detect that object. If it is not reflecting any light from outside, then we detect that as a black color only. Right, children? This you already learned. Next one, the space between cornea and the eye lens is filled with a viscous, okay, with a viscous liquid called as aqueous humor. Right, children? Yes, children. Now try to understand other important function of the eye, that is pupil. Yeah, here pupil is just a small hole. Yes, pupil is a hole in the middle of the iris that regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eye. Suppose this is the eye lens. In front of it, iris. Okay, iris and the pupil. Pupil is a gap where light will going to enter. It will just contract. Okay, just what we do, its work is to control and regulates the amount of light entering the eye. The pupil appears black because no light will reflect back. Suppose let us take some object. Okay, some book is there. When light falls on that book, it reflect back to your eye, then only you're going to see that object. So if the nothing is reflecting back, then that we can see as a black. And the space between cornea and eye lens is filled with a viscous liquid. This is called as aqueous humor. Here, before like this is curvature, no? Here it will be a liquid. Okay, that liquid what we call aqueous humor. This is about the some of the function parts of the function. Yeah, main important thing according to physics, what we're going to understand is that eye lens. Eye lens is a convex lens. You know, children, convex lens. It is a bulged outside lens. It's a convex lens made of a thin transparent glass, transparent and soft and flexible material like a jelly. You can see jelly, no, like that jelly, soft and flexible material. It's going to extend or contract. Made of proteins. It will be made of what? The normal convex lens outside what we can see, that is made of glass, but this is made of proteins. The eye lens is held in position by ciliary muscles. How it will be fitted? So you suppose some lens is there, we're going to fit this using the lens stand. We're going to fit like that. You're going to fit this lens in our eye using the ciliary muscle. They're going to fit the lens from both ends like this. They're going to fit the lens easily. That is ciliary muscles we call. The focal length of a eye lens can be changed by changing with the shape of and action of the ciliary muscles. So they're going to contract or they're going to expand, so that focal length of the this lens is going to vary. But focal length of the ordinary lens, what you said outside, that does not going to vary. Clear, children? Outside lens, focal length does not going to vary, but this focal length going to changes. It will. We want to see for nearby object, want to see far object, both will get, you will want to get the clear image. But in case of normal lens, you are going to see only at the focus you put, then it will come clear image. But here we not like that. No, whatever object we see, that object image we need to get clearly. That means we are just adjusting the focal length according to our convenient. Okay, this is what a function of the eye lens compared to the ordinary outside lens. Clear, children? I hope this is clear. Yeah. Next part, you can see the shape between the eye lens and the retina is filled with the aqueous humor. Okay, that is the lens between the lens to the retina. This is the outside. Inside it is that aqueous humor will going to fill here. Aqueous humor, that is also liquid, and here back after the lens there is a viscous humor. Here the liquid, what is it? That is what we call viscous humor. And the screen on which the image is formed on the eye, okay, in the eye is called as the retina. This is what the screen in the figure, first figure we show, no? This is what actually the retina. It has a large number of light sensitive cells called the rods and the cones, which are responsible to, respond the intensity of the light and color of the object respectively by generating electrical signals. Okay, I told you rods and the cones. The cones is for to detect the color, and the rods in case of a dim light also we're going to detect the object using rods and the cones. cones. For dim light and for the bright light, the intensity of light is more will go for cones, intensity less will go for rods will going to detect, and they will detect and they will going to convert to electrical signals. Whatever the optical signals are there, the electrical signals who will convert by rods and the cones are going to convert to electrical signal. That electrical signals are taken to brain by optical nerves. Clear, children? A small retina, okay, a small region on the retina where the optic nerve enters the eyeball, okay, is insensitive to the light is called as a blind spot. I told you on the retina. Suppose this is the retina, and here lens will be there, and here front cornea, everything will be there. And on the retina, on the retina, it is the back side of the lens where you are going to get the focus. Okay, whatever the rays will move, they will going to converge here. And that spot, what we get the image. But here on the retina, one spot is there. That is what we call blind spot. There you will not getting any type of image. That spot, what we call as a blind spot. Okay, and this blind spot, after that, the optical nerves will carry signal. Okay, the region on the retina, this is what they'll ask a question definitely. The small region on the retina where optic nerves enters the eyeball. Okay, optical nerves enters the eyeball is insensitive. That means not sensitive to the light. Okay, it's insensitive. Okay, we'll call them they are insensitive fellows. That means they are not sensitive fellows. Okay, they are insensitive to the light. That is what we call blind, but is not react with the light. And the retina sends the electrical signals to the brain through the optical nerves. Whatever the light will fall, the rods and cones will convert. Whatever in the retina you have rods and cones, they will try to convert whatever the optical signals to electrical signal. That electrical signal who will carry to brain, they act like a wires. Okay, some power station electrical energy is consumed. That electrical energy carried to our home by optical some electrical fibers. No, like that here, optical nerves will do the job of transport. They will transport electrical signals from eye to the brain, and the brain going to detect and function. Yeah, try to understand the function of pupil and the iris. What see you can see here, when outside light is dim, very dim, in case of night time, dim light, pupil becomes larger. See your dark area, you can observe here, no, the darker area is larger, the pupil is larger here. Okay, in case of for dim lights, when you want to see outside light is very bright, suppose you go to sunlight, that time your pupil becomes very small. Okay, very small, because more light is required to detect this. So more lines will come. When a pupil is large, what happen? More lights will allow, more light or intensity of light will falls on the your lens, it will going to detect. When it's a very high intensity light, only 1-2 is enough, sufficient to detect the image. That is why in case of bright outside light is very bright, will pupil size, you can observe here, pupil size becomes small, and the pupil size becomes very large in case of dim lights. Okay, you can observe here, this is outside, what is up to here, it is the iris, and inside the dark region, what you observe, that is the pupil. Okay, for iris relaxes and it will contract. Okay, relaxes and it will going to contract for the dim light. Understand? It will constract, and it will going to relax for the bright light. Or we can write like this, it will extend large and small. Okay, this is very important. They'll ask the MCQ. Yeah, here try to understand how do we see the colors. On retina, okay, the retina of our eye has a large number of light sensitive cells. Please try to understand. They'll ask questions like that. Which are the light sensitive cells? Light sensitive cells are the two kinds of light sensitive cells are there. One is rods and one with the cones. Rods and the cone are the two light sensitive cells. Okay, two light sensitive cells. The rod shaped cell of our retina respond to the intensity of the light. See here, the rod will be the respond for highly intense light, and the brightness of the light, and the cone brightness of the light and intensity of the light, and the cones is responsible for the colors. I see, remember, C for color, and rod which is not a color, that is intensity and brightness. That is what in case of dim light they can able to see me, they have more rods and all. Okay, let us see the picture of how this will work. You can observe here how rods will be and the cones will be. See rods, and these are the cones. You can see the cones having a color and the rods does not have the color. Okay, they are responsible for, cones are responsible to detect the which color of the light. Okay, so are responsible for color, which color of the light, and the rods, they are black and white. They are responsible for intensity and bright light. Okay, whether light is intense light or bright, or it is a dim light or less intense, like that it is going to represent. Clear children? These are the two kinds of the cells. There will be rods and the cones. Remember, C for color and remaining as a intensity and brightness or a dim light. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes. This is about the rods and the cones, children. And see, in case of night, whichever the birds they need to go for a night for searching of food and all, they will have more rods. Okay, they will have more rods. That is why they can see the light, the in very less intensity also they're going to detect the object and they can easily walk in case of the dim light. And we person who are living in the normal or human, we have more number of cones so that we going to see the colors in case of daytime. Okay, children, this is about the rods and the cones, and these are the two light sensitive cells. Okay, this is about the human eye. What we learned so far about the human eye. Okay, and what is its different parts? Iris. Okay, first of all cornea, then is the aqueous humor and the iris. Okay, all these parts we are going to understand, and function of each and every parts also we understood. And this why this lens, sometimes you can see some of the person not able to see the object even though they have the eye, so they have what we call as a defective eyes. About the defective eyes and the power of accommodation. Okay, power of accommodation, defective eyes, how you going to correct this defective eyes using the separate lenses we will wear. No, see, I'm wearing a lens. So to wearing this lens, how you going to correct this eye power and power of accommodation, everything we're going to learn in the part 2. Clear children? If you are interested, please try to see the part 2 where we're going to cover power of accommodation, myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, what is the defective eyes and their vision, and how you going to correct its eye power. Everything very interesting topic. We're going to explain with the detailed figures. Okay, thanks for watching, children. Have a nice day ahead. Keep watching like this. Thanks for supporting me. Thank you all.